I'm calling from Los Angeles, and I'm having a little problem under the name ThatUmbrellaGuy. I sent him my phone number at least 20 times in the chat and told him to call me. He ignored me, or I'm a man. I filed the report. If you guys could take a look at it and give me a call back, I would love to hear what you guys can do to help us. We really need to kind of stop this guy at least until Monday. I told him to call me, or I'm a man.
All right, how's it going today? Welcome to a fun edition where Subi Sue, by the way, thank you. Man, what is that, 15 gifted memberships? Thank you for that. That's awesome. I saw them rolling in and rolling in and rolling in. That is awesome. I appreciate that for sure. What a way to kick things off. And I saw a super chat too. Thank you, Subi Sue, though. And also, I cut off the super chat name. Sorry about that. I see that. Thanks for the 5 there. Spaceman just destroyed Liar Taylor. LOL. I hope she's very embarrassed. She should be, but I get the feeling they don't. Now here's a funny thing, by the way. So all of this starts out about complaints of big mean Elon monetizing. And the funny thing is that Taylor, writing for the Washington Post, I want to show you something. They hid the article that she starts all of this off with. They hid it behind a paywall. Isn't it really funny that organizations that moan and complain about this stuff, they have the audacity to hide it behind paywalls? I mean, it kills me, right? Oh man, people are monetizing stuff. They're making money. Well, wait, you're not? Because it looks like you are to me. You got to love that, though. You know what I mean? You got to love it, though. But luckily for us, we have some archives. Now, all of this actually, it kicks off with wanting to put together an article, to do a little ownage. And the little ownage, of course, starts out with Tay hitting up libs of TikTok, which I thought was funny. Now, if you don't know, if you for some reason never heard about this wonderful stuff, that is the person that pretty much Taylor Lorenz shoved them into the national spotlight by blaming them for you don't have to like the account at all, but blame them pretty much for every evil under the sun, and did a hit piece in which she not only doxed this person, but doxed another woman with the same name, went to her home and told her parents that she was a insurrectionist and all kinds of other crazy nonsense, So I mean, This is going back for seconds, which is nuts. I mean, the audacity of this. Can you imagine? Taylor Lorenz, who claims to be one of the poor unfortunates online, the poor amongst us that have been bullied and harassed and more, likes to cry for journalists. They go back after somebody they had previously doxxed. They had gone to their home. They had gone to their parents, harassed them. I mean, and then they did it to another person. It's unreal, man. Super bad. Thanks for the 2. Oh, the humanity. I mean, hypocrisy, indeed. So you can see the comments about this, how this stuff kicks off. Let me light my cigar. Excuse me, I had to light that thing up. So you can see she just kicks in there like nothing has ever happened. And I find that always funny too, because Lorenz is a snake like that. Lorenz is nasty business. And it really makes you wonder about the Washington Post too, because when I show you the article, I mean, the article is nonsensical. I do believe, first of all, I want to make this very clear. Elon Musk did choose to pretty much only monetize. You have to be a humongous channel out there. You have to be like a Mr. Beast, a monster channel, somebody that has, I mean, just insane amounts of pull, or you have to be a political shill. None of the meme sites or anything else they got. And that was one of the advertised features for Twitter Blue. Oh man, get your subscription on. Well, most people can't even get theirs reviewed. And then ad sharing, nah, it was mostly like the majority was political heads. But of course, Otete has to spin this in a different way, which is nonsensical. It's absolutely nonsensical. So you can see you're hitting this up. And I thought this conversation was funny. So this is with Libs at TikTok. Hey, I'm doing a story on Twitter's monetization program for creators. Did you receive any payout from Twitter? I noticed that you haven't posted about it. Is that because you weren't invited to participate? So the response here was, please include my full comment. It's none of your business. Now, I thought that was pretty funny, like straight up. You want to know about that? Well, you can eat it. Hey, what's up, Fuller? Thanks for the 8 months there. Thanks for going live on my birthday. Well, happy birthday to you, by the way. I hope you are having a fantastic birthday. Hope it is gone great. Happy birthday to you. Like I said, great dude. The Taylor Lorenz answers with, you've bragged about monetizations previously on other platforms. Were you not included in Musk groups? Has your relationship with Twitter soured? Now, this is it's ridiculous. Like when you roll through, what you'll find is under subscribers, you actually find Elon Musk is a subscriber
I make
to. Oh, you made cookies. Are they done? Can I have one?
Yeah, but you're going to have to let it cool off.
Okay, will you put me one on a plate? Bring me one.
It's going to be hard because it's hot.
Okay, well, bring them. We let them cool off first. Okay, that'll be great. That's
I'll
awesome.
take the parchment paper out of there, and then you can eat them.
Okay, well, I'll try one out. Okay.
They'll just be a little hotter than normal cookies.
Oh, okay. Well, be careful with them. Don't. I guess I got cookies being delivered. Give me 1 second. I got a cookie delivery.
It's like DoorDash, but for cookies.
It's what?
Like Cookie Dash is like.
Oh, it's Cookie Dash. It's like DoorDash, but with cookies. I gotcha. I'm having some cookies delivered there. Yeah, we were like working on that. That's one of the reasons that it took a minute to get here. Yeah, making sure everything's good to go.
Here is a cookie.
Here's a cookie. All right.
Try.
The way you're holding it, I figure it's flaming hot. Lord, that thing's warm, isn't it? All right, I'll try a little bit.
Hope it's not bad. It's a keto cookie.
It's very hot.
But can you taste anything?
No good. I can't eat more of that though. Just one, okay? Because I've been walking, losing weight, getting healthy.
Yeah, but those are healthy cookies.
I know,
no
but
sugar, no gluten, and it's keto.
Okay, no sugar or gluten. Well, I'll eat this one, okay? Thank you. Take them upstairs, eat them. Be careful. Don't pick it up. It's hot. Remember, get your thing to grip it.
I'm going to use it for the metal one. The parchment paper is not hot.
Okay, we'll take them upstairs and see if Sissy wants one too. Okay.
Okay.
All right, baby. I'm gonna live stream though.
Make
Okay.
sure to call me for the cookie dash.
All right, I will definitely. I'll tip you later. Okay.
Yeah.
You better, she said.
Otherwise, I'll make burned cookies next time.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Have you tried them yet?
No, you're the first one to actually try them.
Okay.
I
All right.
didn't even try them.
All right. Well, thank you. I got to be the first to try them too. Thank you for that. She's been making cookies. She's been cooking and stuff, and she brought me some. I've been avoiding any sugar or anything like that. So she was like, that's not, I've been avoiding all of that. I walked 8.5 miles today. I walked 20,000 freaking steps today. So yeah, I was like, no, I don't really want anything unhealthy. She's like, it ain't unhealthy. It's good for you. And I was like, all right, well, I'll take a little bite. But anyway, we can get back on that. All right. Thanks for 5. How's the comic going? It's going good. We've got a update that is going up in the next day to 2 days. We're setting up a answer, like a question answer update thing. There's gonna be somebody that takes care of that from now on. That way it happens regularly, often, gives update, there'll be some pages go up and everything. Everything's going good. It's just, like I said, it was 5 months of catching up. It would have been ridiculous. But it's going good. All right. Thanks for asking, too. I appreciate you. So here's the question, okay? So it was like, has your relationship with Twitter soured? Here's the answer. My relationship with Twitter is not soured. In fact, it's thriving. Elon and I are actually dating. Please don't tell anyone because we're keeping it quiet. You have a name for being very trustworthy and honest, so I know I can trust you with this information. That's hilarious. Taylor, we will note that in a tongue-in-cheek response, you claiming that your relationship with Musk was thriving. Now, again, it's going fine. He actually, there was a problem with her account the other day. I saw this come up where she had been shadow banned for something, and Elon Musk commented on it and was like, yo, we'll fix that right away. And he's subscribed to him. So, them insinuating that there's a problem is it's not only off point, but it's actually kind of hilarious. You can see that baiting over and over again. But you did not respond to a question about whether you were receiving payments under the program. So I'm writing a story on people who suffer Elon derangement syndrome and refuse to pay for a blue check mark and or took a lot of their content off Twitter. I'm curious if they have any regrets now that they're seeing creators get massive cash payouts. Can you give a comment, as I believe you fit this category? No. I will note that you declined the comment. Clowning on Taylor Lorenz. You got to admit, that's pretty funny. What's up, Jen? Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships, by the way. Thank you. Thank you. Subi Sue, thank you. Everybody here, thank you, too. But you see this, too. Had a nice chat. Oh, look. Hope Tay-Tay is doing okay tonight. Look. Taylor Lorenz started trending right after this. And Taylor hates getting attention for being the clown that she is. But that's the problem. She's a freaking clown. Nobody respects her. Nobody, you want me to tell you how bad it is? Anytime something comes up about Taylor Lorenz, typically with other journalists or other outlets, you'll have the political sectioning of something, right? You'll have CNN not cover the Washington Post because they have something, but you'll have Fox cover it. Again, it goes down to political guidelines. Taylor Lorenz, though, fair game. Everybody covers. It's so funny. Everybody hates her. Everybody hates these media, quote unquote, journalists, because they're a bunch of clowns. But the level of entitlement that cyberbully Taylor Lorenz has is unreal. She really strongly believes that she has a right to information about finances. Completely insane. And she sees no problem with this. Now, here's the post here, by the way. We're talking about it. So she wrote an article, which I'll show you, but one notable content creator who hasn't been posting about being part of Elon's new monetization scheme lives at TikTok. Was she left out? She wouldn't confirm. Again, what a jackass. I mean, this is petty revenge. This is the Washington Post. Anytime that you question whether or not the Washington Post is a legit organization, remember their slogan. What? Democracy dies in darkness. Yeah, they got a lot of darkness there. I remember them going in, ghost editing stuff. Taylor Lorenz being part of that. They kept her on too, because they're all about that. And they're all about the disinformation. So the article that she wrote is a clown car too. And one of the reasons for that is because she's accusing. Okay, so look at this. Now, like I said, I firmly believe Elon has thrown in, he knows the most divisive thing, and also something that brings in a lot of clicks, political people. So he has thrown full into that, but he's done it to the detriment of any other type of coverage. I have a problem with that. I think the meme channels, the places that put up like funny memes and stuff, they bring in huge traffic. None of them got payouts. I have a problem with that. But to call it extremist influencers, she's calling it right wing, far right Twitter users. It's insane, because they were all over the political spectrum. You had people that are proven political shills, political agitators, people who've been paid by parties. Elon just likes the fact that they drive traffic. And of course, it's just kind of funny. It's so stupid too. Let me read this, then we'll go forward. Joetta, thank you for the 20, by the way. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. It kills me though. So listen to this. Extremist influencers are generating millions for Twitter. Report says. What report says? Okay. Ads from major brands are running alongside hateful content and dangerous conspiracy theories from far-right Twitter users. Group claims. I don't even know who this is. The Center for Countering Digital Hate. I don't even know who that is. Like, I need to look them up. Give me 1 second. I'm going to look. Center for Countering. Because, this is the same person that quotes people like Chris Boozy. So I don't even know who that is. The Center for Countering Digital Hate. Well, at least their website's better than it's better. Oh my God. What a sad panda of a place too. Toxic Twitter. I mean, they do like reports on there. Look at the hate. Deadly by design. Oh my gosh. TikTok is so dangerous. Oh Lord. I'll have to pull that up in a minute. It's so dumb. And of course, they're shilling Threads, Meta, Facebook. Of course they are. So anyway, let's read this together real quick. What a jackassery. Fallen Hero, thank you for the gifted membership, by the way. Appreciate that. So let's look at this. Elon Musk restoration of 10 Twitter accounts that were banned under the platform's previous management has generated enough engagement since they returned to the platform to likely generate $19 million in advertising revenue annually. A nonprofit dedicated to countering hate speech online has concluded. The CCDH said that 10 accounts were amongst hundreds thought to have been restored under general amnesty that Musk announced in late November. Now, what's funny, they're still banning people for what they call extreme content. They do that. Twitter hasn't really changed. I know some people that makes them mad, but they haven't. I mean, let's be honest. You want to just look up bannings, you'll find them all over the place. But and I mean, some of the people that were restored were unfairly banned, very much so. Again, Adam Waldman is a very good example. Adam Waldman was restored after a lot of noise was made about that. That general amnesty. Again, the old leadership, they would ban people for a lot of ridiculous nonsense. And well, you still have Twitter banning people over ridiculous nonsense. But one thing that got a lot of people to back was, hey, we're gonna reinstate because we believe in free speech. They don't, though. They brought back a lot of politicos. Both sides, by the way. There were politicos from both sides that were restored. You never hear about that, but that's true. Some of the big names. And they are divisive. Many of them are very divisive, but they don't deserve to be banned. It's nonsense to say, both sides of that. If you're going to ban for mis or disinformation, ban them all. They all lie. So it's ridiculous nonsense. But anyway, the report comes as Musk is working to generate revenue for the company, which he has said is in dire financial straits, despite the layoffs of thousands of employees and suspensions of payments for a number of services, including rent on Twitter's downtown San Francisco headquarters. That's a weird spin, by the way, because Elon Musk has not actually said they are in dire straits. He's talked about how much money the company lost before. He's continued to talk about how much company, how they had issues with advertisers because of the new direction here. I mean, again, you're talking about a company that was losing millions daily. So to feel that you could write that ship, I think that's unfair. And again, I'm not a big supporter of Elon Musk, but I think that's very unfair. Subi, thanks for the 12 months. Thank you too. Love all you do. Much love. Well, much love to you too. Appreciate it. So the report comes as Twitter advertising revenue in December was 70% lower than previous years, according to data from Standard Media Index Advertising Research Forum. CCDH's chief executive, that's terrible, by the way. The way this is linked. So their chief executive linked the drop-off in ad revenue to the decision by Musk to restore formerly banned accounts. Our research has shown that there's depressing answer to why Elon Musk would reinstate the accounts of self-professed Nazis, disinformation actors, misogynists, and homophobes. It's highly profitable. Oh, Lord. They go from, well, they're self-professed Yahtzees. Okay. Disinformation actors. Wait, what does that mean? Misogynists, who's calling them that? Homophobes, again, who's calling them that? Okay. All right. Musk did not immediately respond to requests. He did not immediately respond. You notice that too. The way Taylor Lorenz pulls this bullshit, by the way, she will hit up people. I know this for a fact. I'm in there with that myself. She will hit up people. She will demand a response within a very small time frame. A few hours. And if you don't give that response within a few hours, you didn't immediately respond. Like I said, it's right there. And yeah, it's so dishonest, Twitter's communication department was eliminated in layoffs last year. Oh no, they eliminated their communication. You've seen videos, by the way. I don't know if you've seen actually some of the videos of my work day at Twitter. But the work days at Twitter were ridiculous. Like you would have people basically, they would sit around, they would goof off, they would play games. They had a game room. They would eat all day. They had a gourmet chef. The meals alone were losing millions a year. That alone. because they had, I mean, the meals they had were unreal there. And again, they had like meditation pods. They barely worked. So, the layoff thing is so disingenuous. If I had a setup like that, yeah, I'd be laying some people off too. M4A now, thank you for the gifted membership, by the way. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. So listen to some of the CCDH uncovered multiple examples of advertisements from major national brands, including Amazon, Apple TV, NFL, and Fiverr, that appeared next to content from 10 extremist influencers. In one example, an ad for Wendy's appeared next to a tweet by Stu Peters, an anti-vaccine influencer with 168,000 followers, where he referenced the vaccine as a bioweapon and claimed it had been murdered by it. In another example, an ad from the streaming service Peacock appeared next to a tweet from, I don't even know how to pronounce that, an influencer known as Baked Alaska. Oh, it's Baked Alaska. Baked Alaska is a fed, by the way. If you want to watch a train wreck one day, we need to talk about Baked Alaska. That dude, he is one of the. We need to have Yellow Flash on and talk about that guy, because holy God, that guy. I mean, he is an epic disaster. He went from singing like support songs for the police to to doing an RV reality thing where, the police, yeah, he was getting arrested all the time. Then, yeah, he was around on the 6th of January. And I think there's a lot of proof to say that he was probably, if he's not a Fed, he's definitely leaguing it with the Feds. So, but he was recently sentenced for his role in January the 6th at the Capitol. The ad appeared next to a tweet where he asked his followers whether he should say the N-word. I need to see that tweet. I'd like to see that. Did he say, "Hey, should I say the N-word?" Is that how he said it? I don't know. Anyway. Brand advertisement. I can't even, here's the thing. They've been shoving ads everywhere. Everybody's timelines that I look at, they have ads on them. They pop up. Instagram is even worse than Twitter. See, they don't ever talk about a place like Instagram. So, Taylor Lorenz was silent on Instagram. And you want to talk about Instagram? Their learning algorithm, apparently, if somebody looked up, we're going to call it child exploitation. Guess what happened with the algorithm? It suggested more of it. It was linking people that did heinous stuff. It linked them together. Taylor Lorenz doesn't have anything to say about that. But oh my God, these people over here, huh? And it's like, are you freaking kidding me? I mean, again, the algorithm was designed where it linked people doing the worst stuff that you can think of. It would be like, hey, want to see more? It's like, oh my God, want to connect with these folks? Anyway. Brand advertisement also appeared next to tweets about election fraud, vaccine conspiracy theories, false statements about Ukraine and bioweapons, and tweets denigrating women in business. One of these is not like, okay, you're like, election fraud, bioweapons, Ukraine, denigrating women in business. It's like, wait a minute. Twitter's drop-off in advertising revenue has been attributed in part to concerns that such juxtapositions would damage brands. A lot of brands are scared of Twitter given Elon's rhetoric, says the chief innovation officer at Mechanism. I mean, these are places like nobody gives a shit, by the way. Who's hiring the place called Mechanism? Have you ever heard of them? Because I've never heard of them. I've never in my life heard of them. But yeah, I don't remember if I said thank you, by the way, CBC, for that 5 gifted memberships. If I did, thank you anyway. And if I didn't, thank you. So Twitter's, he's created an atmosphere that makes Twitter feel very unsafe for brands. I'll tell you what, if brands felt that the atmosphere beforehand, I mean, where, you had anti-Semitism was just straight up allowed on old Twitter, just straight up. It was right on brand for it. It was totally allowed. You were allowed to denigrate people depending on their religion. You could just openly denigrate. You can denigrate people based on race, based on identity, but it had to be confined to socially acceptable. And again, somehow anti-Semitism became socially acceptable for the old Twitter management. And it had, honestly, it has become socially acceptable for a lot of really crazy people out there. If you, I mean, if you look, there really is, there's always people trying to stir this rhetoric. Hate is on the rise, but socially acceptable hate again. And when I say socially acceptable, I'm talking about crazy people not getting banned from places. Are you seeing it in the media? Oh yeah, straight up. But Twitter's advertising products are also considered less sophisticated than Facebook or YouTube's, he noted. When you take into account the economic climate right now, dollars need to work harder than ever. Twitter was not in a great position even before Musk, and Musk creating turmoil has made it easier for brands to just walk away and not come back. Yeah, so basically, Twitter is the place where brands get destroyed. So maybe they just need to remember who their audiences are. If a brand sells mostly to one side of a political aisle or the other, they should remember that. That's where their money goes. But we don't condone hateful content or dangerous conspiracy theories, a spokesman from Fiverr said. These campaigns have been removed, and our partners and teams have been alerted to assure this didn't happen again. So Taylor Lorenz, look at right there. Taylor Lorenz went after Fiverr. Musk, by the way, Musk laughs at her, makes fun of her. His ass should be kicking her off the platform, just to be honest. Geez, what's it take? Honestly, he was like, oh yeah, you doxed people before. Let me ban you for 5 seconds. This is meant to damage. And again, totally silent on things like Instagram. And again, their predatory practices. But hey, I had to roll one way. What's up, Annabelle? Hey, Tug. Taylor Lorenz is linking the adverts to these other people, but doesn't the algorithm show adverts relating to what she's interested in? Well, that's actually very true. Yeah. So adverts pop up in almost anything. So yes, if she's going and searching whomever, it's going to pop up the ad, like you said. It's going to learns your preferences, and it tries to advertise you something that it thinks you'll like. So Fiverr coming up next to somebody, that was just an advertisement block. And that block, Taylor Lorenz, essentially, she got Fiverr there and decided to target that brand. When she went, she looked up this content itself. Either she really likes that type of content. She looks it up a lot there. I would say if it's based on view count too, if it's extremism, why's Taylor Lorenz looking it up all the time? That is crazy, isn't it? Gloria, thanks for the 5. Clowns like Lorenz and sinking barge are why nobody trusts new media anymore. When you quote tweets as legitimate sources, you lose arguments. Indeed. And John, thank you for the 20. Ever since the beer flu, I've seen 2 labels become more commonplace. One is small hat, a new racist term to avoid censoring for anti-Semitism. I've never heard that. That's interesting. The other short form of raccoon. Yes, an old term revived to show racism to blacks. You ever want to see how racism has become prevalent too, depending on it? Go and watch what people say to Eric July. Eric July is a black comic creator. He has successfully made millions creating comic books. He has called some of the worst things ever. You know, I mean, the worst things ever. And this is by the quote unquote progressive crowd. It's insane to see. It's insane what is rubber stamped. Seeing a bunch of white boys sit around, seeing anybody sit around and drop some of the words that they do, but seeing a bunch of, a loserish white boy sit around dropping this stuff, it's like, are you fucking kidding me, man? And they're like, well, we do this for equality and we do it for accept. It's like, are you kidding me? Tolerance through racism. Ray, what's up, Ray? Thanks for the 5. Hey, bud, that I popped in for a hot minute. Holiday's going well. Yeah, Ray's on holiday. Props to you, Ray. Oh, we just found out 10 minutes ago. It's a boy. You heard that, by the way. Everybody give Ray some attention and some love. Did you hear that? So Ray just found out 10 minutes ago. It's a boy. Give old Ray some love there. Props to you, Ray. I hope you're having fun too. And congratulations, my friend. Give that boy some love for real. So the 10 influencers are Andrew Tate, Robert Malone. I don't know who half these people are. I just don't even know who they are. I'm just being honest with it. I have no idea who some of these people are. I do know who like Tate is. And again, what's crazy is the idea of general amnesty was saying maybe they got it wrong in the past and they revived accounts. Now, there have been bannings showing that the platform is not just all amnesty all the time. You had Kanye West, for example. Kanye West banning. You saw how Kanye West, where he went down his rabbit hole. And yeah, that got him banned. Andrew Tate, well, the way things are going, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, that's a mess too. But like I said, I don't know who half these are. And again, it's a selective way of looking at it. Oh, well, we picked out 10 accounts here. Okay. Well, again, general amnesty is saying you unban whomever. And they ignore it. And if they really felt like it, if they were doing a hit piece, say this hit piece, they could have worked in a depth, for example. This would have Adam Waldman in it, and they would be talking about Russians somehow, and they would link it to Ukraine. That's how Taylor Lorenz works. Oh my God, on Twitter, there's all this hate because of Russia toward Ukraine. And guess what? There was a trial with Johnny Depp. Adam Waldman, he was associated with Johnny Depp, Russians. I'm telling you, that's a Taylor Lorenz article right there. And you're like, what the hell does that even mean? But anyway, so to conduct its survey, CCDH created new accounts on Twitter and followed the 10. They then calculated the advertising value of those accounts by taking publicly available information about the number of impressions the influencer's tweets received, annualized the number along with the frequency that ads are served to you. This is ridiculous, by the way. So they took a tweet. One tweet could blow up. I could have a tweet that has 5 million impressions, just depending on what it is, right? I could have a tweet that generally, I feel like I'm probably on the shit list most of the time, just to be honest. So, yeah, depending on that, it's more like 10 to 20,000 most of the time. But you could have one that blows up. You can't take that one. It's just like when Taylor Lorenz was talking about the earnings for channels. They make X amount. You don't know. That's guesstimation right there. That means nothing. So the numbers that they're talking about, throwing around, they mean nothing. They mean absolutely nothing. What's up, Dark Gift, by the way? How you doing, my friend? Thanks for the 5 there. Hail Tug. Been a while. What's funny, Dark Gift, by the way? So the banner you mailed, do you know it just arrived? It got lost in the mail. Like all the stuff that got that one must have got lost in the mail because for the comic thing, I was like, wait a minute, I forgot all about anything attached to it. It popped in. So Love to you, man. But I thought that was really funny. The mail, during the beer bug's such a mess. So it then multiplied that result by an industry benchmark of the cost for 1,000 impressions. So again, they took a fanciful number. They then added a industry benchmark. They don't know what the deal was, how the deal works out with the company relation. I mean, again, you have no idea. They got to deal with something. Maybe they didn't. Who knows? And then the rates were provided by the social media analytics firm Brandwatch, which shows that Twitter ads cost an average of $6.46 per 1,000 impressions. Just 10 of the reinstated bad actors will generate billions of Twitter views, all of which Elon can sell to household brands and advertisers such as Apple, Amazon, and the NFL. Brand ads are appearing right next to Nazi-level hate and lies that can kill. This is some shit, by the way. This pisses me off when I see it. I'm going to be real for a second. When I see you talking about Nazi-level hate, yeah. Those, if you want bad guys from history, that's like if you want to put them in a movie or anything else, everybody universally understands why they're bad guys, because Yahtzee level hate ended up exterminating tens of millions of people. They industrialized it. So saying a tweet on fucking Twitter is the same as that, forget that, man. We've become so soft. Again, if you want to call something hate, that's fine. Calling it Nazi, are you kidding me? Lies that can kill. I swear. They dig up anything from somewhere. That's these places, their rhetoric just blows my mind. Subi Sue, thank you. Additional 5 memberships. Man, thank you, Subi Sue. You've been killing it tonight, reining those in. Thank you for that. It's been awesome to watch there. Okay, here we go. So, co-founder of Check My Ads Institute. That really sounds like an institute, doesn't it? Check My Ads Institute. A nonprofit ad tech watchdog organization said that she agreed with the CCDH findings, and she noted that the 19 million generated is an estimate. Under Elon, the revenue model seems to rely on increasing rage bait to create quick returns. Now, I do believe that. I actually do believe that. Again, the people that were monetized under this stuff, they come from both sides of the political spectrum, and that's what they do. They rage bait. They sell division. That is what the party's interest is. But that's how party politics works these days. It's not just Twitter. It happens everywhere. They're just and they're not the only place to monetize it. Every platform monetizes that shit. The takeaway from the report is that Twitter is generating massive amounts of revenue from the engagement these influencers are generating. The exact amount of revenue cannot precisely be known because the digital advertising supply chain is so opaque, but we know it's a lot of money. So we have no idea how much money is made, but we know it's a lot of money. What does that even mean? After threatening to go thermonuclear name and shame advertisers who pulled their marketing dollars from the platform in November, Musk has been attempting to court them by offering free ad runs, lifting a ban on political advertising, rolling out. So anyway, he is basically rolling out the red card. He has been, by the way, asking political candidates if they want to come on, they want to speak on there. All of them. It's been pretty much uniform to do that. Any of them can come on. Any of them can do that. I mean, again, he's allowing Politico ads. How's that different from before? I mean, to be honest, how is that different? It's not. Like that stuff was totally allowed before. Giving free advertisement. Again, you notice they're selling. Oh, wait, he's giving out free ads. So which is it? Well, are they making revenue or not? In the deck sent out to large advertisers last month and viewed by the Washington Post, Twitter repeatedly touted the platform's growth, claiming that the daily active users were up 17.8% year over year. On Thursday, the ADL, fuck the ADL. You may like the ADL for something, but I'm telling you, they are a fraud. Some of the things that they call hate, you never know. Like whatever makes money. Many of these organizations, what they do is they take a label, they will stick it to something, and they will say, that's hate, because it's profitable in the moment. And some of that's, again, some of it is hate. There are hate groups out there for sure. Some of it is just something they disagree with politically. They don't like their statement, therefore it becomes hate. It's ridiculous. They monetize hate, because what they do is they say, well, that's hate over there. And if it's not, it doesn't matter. It made it fair game. It makes it fair game to do anything that you want to somebody under the auspices of hate group. So trusting any of these groups is ridiculous. Research yourself. If you find that, like I said, I'm under no illusion there are hate groups out there. There are very many. There are very many freaking, pocket hate groups. And I think the media really grows them. They grow the division. They grow the hate. Places like the ADL do that. But they say they issued a report documenting 18 extremists and purveyors of disinformation that have been welcomed back. In the recent weeks, a number of problematic groups and individuals had their accounts reinstated by Twitter, have increased the use of existing accounts, or have joined the platform as new accounts. The 18 extremists have already resumed posting hate speech, misinformation, and of course, Twitter hasn't. Let's look at the commentary. Let me have the comments, stupid. Oh yeah, I can't get the comments because it's behind a paywall. Never mind. That sucks. This stuff it's locked behind a paywall. Like I said, this is an archive function because there's no way in hell I'm going to pay. And I think it's ridiculous that somebody that spouts so much hatred, like a Taylor Lorenz, is saying, oh my God, people making money, when she makes money for the Washington Post. Or maybe she does. She gets money from the Washington Post. So anyway, when all of this comes up, the funny thing about it is that you've had Elon. I mean, he's been mocking the hell out of this stuff, Now, this is funny because she took aim at, okay, so check this out. She took aim at this account, for example, right? Accusing, saying, oh, these accounts are being bribed here. She was taking shots at them. They were falling under her right-wing conspirator label. This dude is a left-wing shill, a paid operative. He will deny it. He's a terrible disinformation merchant. He was giving general amnesty. He got a payout of $25,000. He's a right-wing purveyor of hate now. It's like, wait a minute. I never follow any of these people. Like, I hate politics. I hate it. I hate both sides of it. I don't want to see it. I get this dude suggested to me all the time. So that's why I know. I know, and I've seen there was a lot of proof going around about payouts to really both sides, like who is a political talking head. And, who's getting paid behind the scenes. And this dude is getting paid by party for party politics. And, he's one of those that they're going to take aim at. And, they're talking about, the ad revenue. Although, like I said, Elon lied about this shit. I mean, this is a lie. So they have metrics about it. Again, they're telling them, oh, you're going to get paid for that. That's a lie. You notice, create an interesting thread and get paid for it. That didn't happen. The reality is only certain, and Twitter support actually said that. So this stuff is based on a lie. You could attack this in a proper way, but of course, Taylor Lorenz has to attack it in a stupid way because it's Taylor Lorenz, of course, and she gets laughed at quite a bit. Give me a minute. Let me pull up some of the mockery. Like, Elon, no, this was the funniest by far. This is my favorite of his statements. He's gone in and roasted her a bit, but he's been throwing out stuff like this. So you see that bribing? He responded, he said, the real bribe is the Washington Post paying for her quote unquote journalism. he's been lighting her up with comments like that, just mocking her. And of course, his since this is his platform, all roads lead to Elon. He has directed all traffic to Elon Musk. And oh my God, it's hilarious. He's like, yeah. CBC, I can't remember if I hit that one there. Thank you. You've done a lot today, though. Like I said, I looked down for a minute and I see that there. So thank you, CBC. Oh, that's hilarious, though. I love the fact, like, there are dozens of comments like this. I think I have a couple screenshot here. Let me see. Him laughing at her. He was laughing about. So this is actually you can see. Give me 1 second. You can see the fact that the whole idea of this fallout thing, by the way. Oh, that's hilarious. So the whole idea of the fallout with libs of TikTok is so ridiculous anyhow. You know that thread I showed you? Well, you notice here, Elon Musk actually comments on it. And you'll notice there, Elon is subscribed. You could very easily find this out. If Lorenz wanted to actually do a little bit of journalism, wanted to be honest about that, she could have looked at any time, but she didn't. Thank you, Team Brittany, by the way. Thank you for that gifted membership. Thank you. Appreciate you. But she could have done research. But again, he's all over threads from libs of TikTok. He's all over them. But the questions again are, did you get left out? Are you having a falling out? And again, it's not just this. So you can see him like laughing about it and stuff. But that just blows it out of the water. He pays for that content. So of course, like that's one of his, that's when it gets enough. It doesn't just get attention. The account doesn't get attention. It gets traction. It's not like it gets, attention. What I mean by that is it's not just picked up in Twitter. It's picked up outside and beyond. The divisiveness does indeed sell, but pretending that divisiveness isn't something that platforms market, I think is absolutely absurd. I was looking for that. There was a question posed to Elon. It shows you, this was this fallout narrative is ridiculous too. So right here, you can actually see. Hey, what's up, kiddo?
I want to tell the chat how to defeat the no skin Titan. I forget what they're called, but like the ones that have no skin.
In what game?
No, not game, but the anime Attack on Titan.
Oh, yeah.
What are they called again?
They're called Titans.
No, the one with no skin.
I don't remember, man.
Yeah, but
it's a long day.
Yeah, but I do not know what it's called.
Have you been watching Attack on Titan or something?
Because I had a really good idea and I want to share it with the chat in case they accidentally.
All right, well, hurry up. I gotta show them this thing real quick.
A time dimension thing.
Okay, well, tell them real quick.
Well, get a bucket of hand sanitizer and then a bucket, and then pour it all over them.
That would work if you had like.
They'd be like, ah.
Yeah, if you had a no skin Titan, I think if you poured hand sanitizer on it, it would work. Oh Lord, that sounds awful.
They'd be like.
What's up, Justice? Thank you for that.
Thank you for the sticker.
Yeah, and the 10 there. That's awesome.
You guys are nice.
They are very nice. They are very nice.
I also tipped my head.
Did you give Sissy a cookie?
Got to ask
her. Huh?
I forgot to ask her.
Go take her a cookie, man. You better go take her. You made those. Go take her one. Oh, the Colossal Titan. That's what it was. Super Panda. Yeah.
Yeah, because basically,
I couldn't. It's been a hot minute. Like what's funny is I read that freaking series and I just can't. Like it's been a, it's been a minute. I couldn't think of their freaking names. What a weird ride too on that series. Good ride, but a weird ride. So anyway, of the idea of them being on bad terms. Okay, this just happened a couple of days ago. It was right down the timeline if you looked it up. You have all these messages coming in for libs of TikTok asking, hey, are you shadow banned or something? And they were, by the way. They were 100% shadow banned because they had gotten picked up. Elon says, this is the way he said it. So excuse me, I'm just going to say it this way. He says that the account was labeled not safe for work by our dick pic bot. So that's what they call it. He says, some rockets are actually labeled that way. Like apparently that happens a lot. Unfortunately, most creators don't have the reach like one of these accounts would, but this exchange right here tells you still in the good graces because he's saying, they're like, hey, Elon, these are just a few of the messages I've received in the past week. I've been shadow banned for weeks now. Is there a reason why the account is still getting throttled in this under Twitter 2.0? And he's like, yeah, corrective action. Like I said, it notes the reason that happened. Corrective action is to label the individual post is not safe for work rather than the whole account. Should be fixed now. So, yeah, when you have the owner of the platform communicating with you, that's when you That's when you know. That's when you know it's there. And it happened, by the way. They were indeed unshadow banned, and they were showing up as shadow banned. I was curious if that was true or not, so I looked it up. And the content. What's interesting, like the content from a lot of these, like I don't even really keep up with, like libs of TikTok, political divisive account, all of that stuff. Any of the monetized ones, they get Twitter algorithm pushes them in your face now. You can tell who, is considered a darling on there. And meanwhile, like I said, the meme accounts, they don't get anything. But this shows you like that's a lie too. And he's been, like I said, he's been mocking her thoroughly for it. He should ban her, just to be honest. Like again, what do these people have to do? Like how many people do they have to dox? Like how many lives do they have to try to ruin? She took shots at 10 major accounts trying to ruin them where they either get banned or advertisers will walk away. Fiverr pulled its advertisements off Twitter because of what Taylor Lorenz did. She did quite a bit of damage there. Like that, she would consider that a successful day. So would the Washington Post. They'd be like, bravo, baby, bravo. And that's absurdity to allow that on. If I were there and I was damaging, okay, like a Boozy, for example. One of the reasons that Boozy started having problems is because he was breaking rules, just like that should have broken rules. And Lorenz, there'd been a lot exposed about Lorenz anyway. You got to remember, like, let's see. Here's somebody that was posting about Taylor Lorenz. Check this out here. Give me 1 second here. Yeah, here it is. Check this out. See, the reason she's really mad is because she lost her access behind the scenes. See, there was a leaked report that came from all the leaked Twitter file stuff. And what you saw is Taylor Lorenz had inside access, much like I say Chris Boozy did. We know he bragged about it all the time, having inside access. Well, she did too. She had inside access. She had other partner groups that would write, about, like here, check this out here. This is about Taylor Lorenz being written to Twitter. This is from old Twitter. But this kind of stuff ended up leaked. This is why she's mad. Hey, Karen, thanks for the $6 or the 6 there. Look at Bug Candy Fun. They're cute. Thank you. Yeah, they're funny. I can hear them arguing over cookies upstairs. It's hilarious. But if you read through this, like, look, this is, again, this just gives you an idea of how things went. And there was actually another letter that got leaked with Taylor Lorenz a couple of months ago that talked about how Taylor Lorenz, she was being protected. It was, she's getting a lot of hate on the platform. We need to look out for her. You have Twitter employees basically banning people that are putting up threads about her, doing the same thing that Taylor Lorenz does to others, except they actually did research, so there's a bit of difference there. They went in, they talked about, how she was from well-to-do families. They talked about, her background, how she essentially lied about quite a few things. And she ended up getting them banned for it. She got all the Twitter stuff taken down. And remember, one of the things too, she's related to one of the people who owns the Internet Archives. So any kind of negative information that comes up about her, it somehow manages to end up getting deleted. Yeah, baby. A drink? Well, come here real fast. Come here. I'll give you a drink. Come here. Come here, have a drink. I'll give you a drink. Have you been cleaning today? Did you clean today?
I don't want to clean my day.
You don't want to clean? Well, they are your messes. Oh, your arms are hurting from all that cleaning?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Does that strain your muscles?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. You know what would make your muscles feel better? Probably watching some Paw Patrol with your drink, right?
Oh.
Okay, I know. That's rough, right? Bye. Oh, my Lord. She kept wringing her arms. She was like, my arms are so sore and tired. She was wringing them when I said something about cleaning her room. Oh, Lord. They've been off the chain tonight. They're hilarious, though. She's funny. She'll come down here. So I have some free weights, and I have this one dumbbell that has there were 2 10-pound with little 2.5s that you can put on each side. So I took 2.5s off of one of them, and it made it a 5-pounder. So if I'm messing with like free weights, she'll come down and she'll curl the other one, the 5-pounder. She'll be like, "Oh, I'm working out." She's pretty funny to watch. But if you read this here, you can tell exactly what kind of access behind the scenes that people like Taylor Lorenz actually have. Hello, Taylor Lorenz, a reporter at one of my partners, just flagged this tweet to me that shows the email and phone of Walter Bragman, a journalist who is writing a story about they wanted to, again, they would target a professor with Stanford, So they were like, oh, well. And again, Taylor Lorenz has doxed people. She's doxed plenty of people. She's gone out and done some of the nastiest crap, but protect Taylor Lorenz. And you know what? I would even say, I dare say that, again, Elon Musk hasn't gone far enough too, just to be honest. When he banned her that one time, I was like, hell yeah, ban her ass. Like, knock her off there. Ban them all. Again, these Politico puppets, like, ban them. Ban these disinformation merchants. Get them offline. It's like, no, we're only going to ban them for a few minutes. I was like, so you basically set the line of if a journalist bans somebody, a quote unquote journalist bans somebody, they're going to be banned for a hot 5 minutes. That's great. It's more action than you get from any other platform, but it's still no action, you know? So, I mean, like I said, you've had Elon again. He has been he was lighting it up himself, and people had been making fun. She was, she ended up trending because people were they were mocking her. They just keep mocking her. And Lorenz is having some problems apparently. So check this out. She's having problems on Instagram apparently. Look at this. This is funny too. I saw the quarter you just posted. I was looking at the trending stuff. Taylor's like, second community guidelines violation in less than a week. How are we supposed to discuss or talk about news stories in the media when Instagram censors it? Other people post this exact screenshot. They got no violation. I'm in danger of losing my answer. Oh, that'd be so funny if Taylor Lorenz gets banned on Instagram. And over political posts. You notice that. You notice it's a political post there. I just think that's hilarious because, the same people a year ago, the same article that she's promoting right there, she would have called that a right-wing conspiracy. Now she's trying to promote it, and she's getting banned just like networks did. They got banned, and she applauded a year ago. So isn't that interesting how the worm turns? She's so close to losing her Instagram account. That's funny. Let's see. Like I said, I'm looking up some Taylor Lorenz stuff. And this is the way too. Okay, so the way the article itself was based. So you saw the title, how I showed it to you. Well, this is how it was promoted here. It was far right Twitter influencers first on Elon's monetization scheme. So when you look at headlines, they've played with the headline. They've tried to do a little bit with that. But now if you look at it, you notice it's far right. Again, not all of them. It's saying, again, people who have been paid by the other side, they're far right. It's so insane. And it's called out everywhere. You have so many people that are just laughing at her, God, there's so much stuff with Taylor Lorenz like trending around it too. There's also other outlets. Okay, so I think the Babylon Bee, I can't remember if it was the Bee or not the Bee, was making fun of her. Let me see. But there were a few. Here's not the Bee. Yeah, here it is. Check this out. They make fun of her. I love watching them laugh about this. Let me actually pull this up on another thing. It's got so many pop-ups, though. Good Lord. I'm drowning in pop-ups. That's one thing I get that that small places, they need to shove in as many ads as they can. I get it. But it shouldn't lock my computer up. You know what I mean? Like if it locked my computer up, there's a problem. I had so many ads there. I was like, I can't even show anything there. All right, here we go. Not the Bee was making fun of her though, which is the Babylon Bee's other side of it. Elon Musk began monetizing tweets yesterday so content creators can make money, and Taylor Lorenz is throwing an epic fit about it. our favorite Washington Post journalist to make fun of. Taylor Lorenz is back at it again, this time attacking Elon Musk for letting other people make money off Twitter. Is that what we're mad about now? Yesterday, after months of lead up, he began paying out promises for verified users to have their tweets monetized. That's actually not correct again. Again, it's select. They should, they're all none of them actually tell the correct story. What a bunch of shit, man. I love making fun of Taylor Lorenz, but let's be honest about it. I was watching, so the meme poster, I Hypocrite, they posted where they wrote Twitter support and they asked them about, hey, I didn't get my ad payment. What happened with that? And they were told only select people get ad payouts. So it's not like anybody could qualify, which again, you saw the tweets that makes it look like anyone can qualify, but they can't. There's actually a guideline. The guideline stipulations are 3 million impressions, I think it is, over X amount of months, and they'll get a payout. That's what it says there. But first of all, you have to get someone to review whether or not you can be monetized, which the majority of Twitter's just sitting there waiting. Even if they are, like iHypocrite and many other meme channels, if they did get that, they will not get a payout because they're not in that group. Again, it's politicos. That's it. Unless you're like a Mr. Beast level, again, the biggest YouTuber on freaking, on the platform. But yesterday, after months of lead ups, many influencers were paid, made over 10 grand. This isn't public info, but many accounts were thankful for his move and decided to share what they made. This apparently made Taylor Lorenz, who refuses to pay for verification, very mad. I mean, check out the headline. Yes, far-right Twitter users are now cashing in exorbitant salaries of around $1,000 a month so that Elon can continue to make the platform a home for evil Republicans and pro-free speech rightists. Needless to say, Lorenz's definition of far-right includes anyone right of Hillary Clinton. And you can see, like, some of these people for real, honestly, you say that when you look at them. I mean, again, the highest earner they found was Ed here, who is, they said, a left-wing nutbag. That's their description. He made over, he is definitely left wing. When you look at some of these people, they noted, right, they are concerned. I don't even like left wing. I like conservative, liberal, whatever. It's an easier description, or right or left. I mean, you could go with that, I guess. So he made over $24,000, while many others, again, many of the accounts that were listed, they made around 10K. And that from hugely popular accounts. Now, they listed in the stuff that we talked about with the Libs at TikTok interview, laughing at them. And again, you have articles that look like that all over the place. And this is from the outlet that, again, they call, it's not the Bee, it's their actual news, but it's the Babylon Bee making fun of them. Because Taylor Lorenz is a punchline. It's amazing that a network will hire a punchline. I mean, that to me, that's something else. You had places, of course, like the Post Millennial. They made fun of her too. It's just, like I said, it's funny to see. There's one other thing I want to add in today. So we've been talking about Dan Wooten, and apparently it looks like from a reaction somebody has had that posted accusations about Dan Wooten replied just like I said he would. Dan Wooten has threatened to sue them, it looks like. So give me a second here. Because they're, again, I would totally expect that. Because the listening believers, they don't believe that, they don't like accusations thrown their way. So check this out here. So this is a person that put up quite a few accusations about Dan Wooten. And again, we've talked about this. I've tried to explain this very well to people. The way that I look at the whole Dan Wooten scenario. I posted about this. I think I said this pretty well in a post, so I don't. Give me 1 second. I think it was actually said pretty well. I just want to pull this up there. So Dan Wooten, we're talking about that. We're not talking about the scenario of guilt or innocence with him. We're talking about somebody that set the standard. He set it with many things, including JD versus AH. And when he did that, he set the standard for people who oppose, listen, and believe. They go in and ask for evidence base. You were monsters. I went through some of the articles yesterday. Him opposing the way that it came up, you have to think about this. At some point, the people who wanted this world, you have to let them reside in that utopia that they wanted to create. I mean, if they wanted a world where people could be accused by someone whom they'd never met, or they could be, somebody could come out and say that you're a monster or that you're lying, or maybe they're lying about you, they're scamming, whatever, and they could slander you and they still be embraced by the Wootens of the world. Well, they need to embrace that, because that's the only way it'll change. The only way it'll change is if you hold them to that, to the rules that they want to participate by, because they don't really want to participate by those rules. So you hold them to their own standards, or the standard they express, because they don't really have any standards, just being honest. But the standard that they express, you have to hold them to it, because otherwise that behavior will never curb. It will never curb. And you point out a million times the hypocrisy in it, and let them reap that world. I'm not standing up for a Dan Wooten. He would have burned my life and your life and all of us to the ground in a minute. In fact, he put so much nastiness and vitriol, not just like toward accused parties, but he also pointed it toward people, again, that didn't embrace his philosophy that he was espousing at the time of Listen and Believe. So Dan, though, he doesn't think you should just sit back and listen and believe. He went with the route that I said he would go with. He's threatening litigation. That's what you're saying there. You see them saying, for the record, threatening me with lawyers does not absolve you of any crime. That's just a typical reaction that you would expect to receive from someone like that. You know exactly what happened that night, Dan Wooten. Now you have people, again, they're pointing out, oh man, this person's a fraud. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If you want a world with listen and believe, then you fucking reap that whirlwind. That's the way it goes. People need to stop standing up for the people that would destroy all of us. If somebody would set your house on fire, if they go out and they say arsonists should be able to burn down houses, then somebody goes to burn down their house, maybe you shouldn't. You should be like, they wanted that. They wanted it. They wanted your house burned down. I mean, fuck them. Be like, yeah, maybe they'll stop screaming arsonists. Yay. No, they'll be like, please, firefighters, please, because that's the typical response. So, again, that's just the way I look at it. Now, again, I do not believe listen and believe rhetoric. I don't believe accusation alone. But I think people should be held to their same standards, if they want it. Again, and we're not talking about like a person who has been conned somehow into believing someone. We're talking about somebody that, was waving the banner high, that spent years canceling many other people. You're not just talking about, we talked about the depth stuff, but other people. There are many others, because that's how Wooten operated. I mean, he was a huge proponent of when somebody gets accused of something. Now he likes to scream, none of it's cancel culture. You know, that's the whole headline for old Danny Boy too, you know? So it's the same. You just take his own headline and you turn it into it. Like I was talking about yesterday, you know, somebody like Dan Wooten ends up getting accused. If somebody's not a victim of cancel culture, remember Dan Wooten's not a victim of cancel culture. He's a victim of his own, whatever he's accused of. Just own it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you did it or not. Just own it. You know, that's basically the message that's been sent over and over again. So it baffles me. And again, you know, when you look at it that way, you are not endorsing accusations against them. You're just holding them to their standard. They said that when you're accused, you're guilty. So when you're looking at it, you're just saying, well, I wonder what they're guilty of. You know, because if accusation equals substantiation or guilt, there. But of course, Dan Wooten, it looks like he has reacted the same way. He's probably sent out a cease and desist to the person. He's given them legal threats. There will probably be some kind of litigation that comes with it. Because at the end of the day, and you know, it's funny, he spent all this time saying, and you know, the hypocrisy to that, if he goes to the courts, that'll make it even more fun because he kept saying that taking an accuser to court for someone like a Depp, taking them to court was bullying, was trying to destroy lives. But it's not in his case. In his case, it's protecting self, or it's clarifying. Again, it's just amazing how if it wasn't for a double standard, they would have no standard at all. I thought that was something that needed to be brought up because it looks like, you know, he's going the exact way I said it would go. He's going to embark in shutting them down. Check this out too. I want to show you something real fast. I'm kind of proud of. I'm going to end in just a minute. Look at that today, baby. So I've been getting my butt in gear. I actually had a little bit of time to. The kids were away for a little bit today, so I got my walk in. Then I got me a second walk. Look at that, 8.5 freaking miles today. Ooh, what a walk. Steph, thank you for the gifted membership, by the way. Thank you for that. Yeah, I've been trying to motivate, you know, really get in there. I get 4 in the morning, and then, you know, last week, so I separated that out today. I had Monday as a starting point, but I'm starting that there. So last week it got in, and like I said, one of the reasons for this, getting yourself in better shape is good anyhow. You know, if there's a problem, here's the thing: you don't sit around and punish yourself for issues. If you have an identifiable problem, if you feel like, man, you know, like me, I was like, man, I gained weight. I'm overweight because of the beer bug. I feel like I wind out easier. It's not healthy in any way, shape, or form. Got to be better, you know. So I made changes. You don't sit and point at yourself. You just identify a problem and change that. And one of the reasons I'm particularly happy with it is because at one time, like I said, I had let's just say an accident. This is the best way to go with it. It was it was not a good thing, but I had damaged my knee internally, my side too. And I was told I wouldn't be able to do stuff like that. Walking with that limp, permanent disability, baby, you know, which I do have a placard for. Sometimes I need it. You know, sometimes I'm like, oh my God, I can't walk very good. But I've been building that up, you know. So it's all good. And it's overcoming something where they're like, you can never be able to do it. What's up, kiddo? What? God, I'm gonna chair over. Huh? She what now? She pulled your hair.
Yeah.
Oh, is that why it's sticking up?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! It's not because you need a bath.
I
Huh?
want it to be such a like rainbows.
You want it to be like what?
Rainbow color.
You like rainbow colors
Yeah, in my hair.
in your hair? We're not putting rainbow colors in your hair.
I like rainbow colors.
I like
hair.
rainbow colors too, but we're not putting them in your hair.
Please, I want rainbow hair.
Maybe, and you want rainbow hair, huh?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Did you see somebody else with rainbow hair?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Who?
I don't know who. Where did you see that?
I want it to be rainbow hair.
Yeah, I heard you. I heard you. You want rainbow hair.
And Sissy put my hair right here, and I want to be rainbow.
Oh, you want it to be a rainbow where she pulled it?
Yeah.
Oh man. Why don't you go tell her? You tell her, hey, be nice to me. I'm your sister.
No, Sissy won't listen.
She won't listen. Oh no.
Sissy won't listen to the safety rules.
She won't listen to the safety rules?
Yeah.
Well, why don't you go tell her about the safety rules? What are the safety rules? You tell me.
You have to not cover yourself off
Uh-huh.
and not pull your hair.
That sounds like some good safety rules.
Yeah, you're like walking.
Yeah.
Bye.
Heather, thanks for the two there. They give dyes that
What?
wash out.
You
Yeah.
got my Coke.
I got you want that right there?
Yeah.
Take that.
Bye.
Yeah. She'll be disappointed when she finds out that's not Coke. Go.
Bye.
Bye. That's hilarious. I had some juice. I had some V8 Splash, and she thinks it's some kind of like a Coke or soda. So she grabbed it and started for the steps. She was like running to the step. She was like, "Can I have that?" And then she's already gone. She's a nut though. There's no she tells on her sister all the time. If she wants something, she'll be like, "Sissy was mean to me. Sissy pulled my hair." I was like, "Sissy didn't pull your hair. She loves you. She wouldn't do that to you." She's always narking her out for like imagined slights. They didn't really happen. She's a little devious with it. What's up, Pastor Flashman? Thanks for the 4 months. Getting rainbow hair is a safety rule. It's got to be done. I got to remember that there. Man, I ended up missing a Flashcast last night for the little ones. There's been a lot, like I said, there's been a lot going on, and I haven't had a lot of chance to settle in. And one of the things that sucks, I've missed a lot of the with Flashcast. I like the fact that Flashcast has been going to a more discuss movies, goof off, talk about pop culture plus, I like that new format. Well, it's not a new format, but I mean it's not all insanity. There's some insanity, but it has been sometimes. All right, let's see. Naomi, thanks for the 10 there. More rainbows for little girls. Maybe they need it, apparently. Apparently they need it really bad. And CBC, thanks for the 5. You're amazing. You're beautiful babies. Thank you there. Yeah, they love coming down here and messing with the live stream, apparently. Today they like it. I mean, who cares? I like it. I think it's a good diversion from some of the stuff we cover. Some of the idiots. It reminds you that the real world, like people like Lorenz, they damage people in the real world, but they don't exist in the real world. They exist in this quasi space that is it's a clown world. They come from an alternate dimension. It's a clown world, and they can damage you if you have something to lose. Like for me, I just like when they come after me, I just laugh at it because I mean they're not going to take anything away. Fuck them. They can't hurt me, but they do hurt other people. So I mean, you're calling them out and laughing at them, but at the same time, they are not the real world. I don't. They have to be the most joyless, nasty. I mean, they're horrible people. These are horrible people. They live, they thrive, they're employed because they like to destroy. Now I don't know Taylor Lorenz's backdrop to getting into that. How she originally got there. I mean, we know like Tin Barge was a failed YouTuber, She wanted to be an ASMR, heavy breathing and stuff. In fact, she loved the men's when they were when she thought they would buy her trying to be sexy on tape, doing some ASMR for pay. But yeah, when that didn't work out, I guess hating content creators and hating businesses and everything else and accusing people, I guess that's the fallback. It's amazing how it works, huh? Stacy, thanks for the 2. Hi, my sympathies for the recent loss. HRU, huh? What, was there a loss for them? Is that what you're saying? If I'm reading that right, yeah, my sympathies for anybody, again, when you're dealing with loss too, in the moment, it is okay to grieve. It is healthy, in fact. You make sure to take care of you. Well, and then if you need friends, you got friends. And if you need professional, always seek them out. Vanessa, thanks for the 8 months there. Tug, please keep our doubtable sister CA in your prayers. Hugs and love to her family at this time. What's going on with her? Not sure. I will indeed, though. And I mean, again, love there. Appreciate that. I mean, there's a lot of folks that I know a lot of people go through. Everybody has individual times. And, when you need it, again, that's the great thing about community building and more. There are people out there you can talk to, you can kind of lean on and count on when you need that. A lot of people have done that for me, like when I've had craziness pointed my way or just, whatever comes up. And I do appreciate that. And again, you are loved here. For real, legit. With that, we are going to end today, though. I thought laughing at Clown World, Taylor Lorenz would be a good, I don't know, it'd just be fun today. Just because. I mean, again, not the biggest fan of Elon. I do think it's funny anytime you laugh at somebody. People be like, "Oh my God, you love Elon." I was like, "Have you been paying attention for the last 2 years? Have you listened to a word I've said?" But at the same time, I mean, watching 2 people like slap fight over something, it's hilarious there. I just get a kick out of it for any of them. But anyway, we'll end here. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Like I said, I've got a video. I've been lazy about it. But we'll see. We'll see what's tomorrow. All right. Appreciate you, folks. See ya.